Have you ever wondered about the roots of Japanese civilization? Our journey begins with the Jomon Period, a time marked by a hunter-gatherer lifestyle, where each day was about survival. But human creativity thrived even in those challenging times. This is evident in the Jomon's distinct pottery, a testament to their artistic prowess. Intricately decorated and often flame-shaped, these pieces hold the essence of a civilization that thrived thousands of years ago. With the arrival of new technologies from the mainland, the Jomon period gave way to the Yayoi period. Imagine a time when Japan began its transition into an agricultural society. This was the Yayoi period, a time of significant change and evolution. Influences from Chinese culture began to permeate, notably in the development of rice farming. This was a catalyst for societal transformation, as communities became sedentary, building permanent settlements. The cultivation of rice required cooperation and coordination, leading to the emergence of more complex social structures. As societies became more centralized, we enter the Kofun period. What would happen if societies started centralizing their power? Well, during the Kofun period in Japan, this idea was put to the test. Powerful clans began to rise, their influence marked by the construction of Kofun mound tombs. These grand structures, often shaped like keyholes, were a testament to the increasing power and complexity of the society. It was a time of consolidation and the beginning of a hierarchical system. As Buddhism enters the scene, we transition into the Asuka period. How did Japan's first written laws come into being? As we delve into the Asuka period, we encounter profound changes. Buddhism, for the first time, made its way to Japanese shores, introducing new philosophies and ways of life. This period also saw the creation of Japan's first written laws, a critical step in the evolution of the nation's governance. These legal codes, influenced by Chinese bureaucratic systems, laid the groundwork for a more structured society. With the establishment of the first permanent capital, we move on to the Nara period. Ever thought about the importance of permanent capitals in shaping a civilization's history? Welcome to the Nara period, a significant era in Japan's history marked by the establishment of the first permanent capital in Nara. This period saw the introduction of the Taiho Code, an administrative makeover that provided a centralized bureaucracy and a Ritsuryo system of legal codes. This significant shift in governance laid the groundwork for an era of stability and growth. As we leave Nara behind, we enter the Heian period, a time of cultural flourishing. What happens when aristocratic culture takes center stage? Imagine a time when literature and culture blossomed under the watchful eyes of courtly aristocrats. This was the Heian period, a golden age of arts and intellectual pursuits. Poetry and prose flourished, with works like The Tale of Genji, often hailed as the world's first novel. Court life was a tapestry of refined elegance, intricately woven with ceremonial rituals, fashion and aesthetics. As the power of the imperial court wanes, the samurai warriors rise. Ever wondered how the samurai came to dominate Japanese society? Well, the Kamakura period marked the rise of these warriors, who became the ruling class within a feudal system. The samurai served as protectors of the nobility, but their influence grew to the point that they held significant political power. Their code of conduct, known as Bushido, emphasized loyalty, martial arts mastery, and honor unto death. With the Mongol invasions, Japan faces one of its greatest challenges, but that's a tale for our next scene. What happens when a formidable enemy threatens your shores? Enter the Mongol invasions of the 13th century, a daunting force that sought to conquer Japan. But the land of the rising sun wasn't to be easily subdued. The Japanese resistance, a testament to their courage and spirit, stood firm against the Mongol onslaught. Despite the odds, they held their ground, showcasing a resilience that is a cornerstone of Japanese history. The aftermath of the invasions leads us into the Muromachi period. How did internal conflict shape the course of Japanese history? Japan's Muromachi period, beginning in the 14th century, was a tumultuous era marked by civil wars. The unrest and infighting among the ruling samurai class led to a power vacuum, setting the stage for the Ashikaga Shogunate. These battles, while devastating, also became a crucible for change, fostering the conditions necessary for political and societal evolution. From the ashes of war, Japan begins its journey towards unification. How did Japan become a unified nation? The Azuchi-Momoyama period marks a pivotal chapter in this tale. Two larger-than-life figures, Oda Nobunaga and Toyotomi Hideyoshi, orchestrated this grand unification. Nobunaga, a fierce and strategic leader, laid the groundwork. But his life was cut short by betrayal. Hideyoshi, once a humble foot soldier, picked up where Nobunaga left off, realizing his vision of a unified Japan. With the establishment of the Tokugawa Shogunate, Japan enters a period of stability. What happens when a nation decides to isolate itself from the world? Let's dive into the era of the Tokugawa Shogunate, a period of peace, stability, and seclusion. Established by Tokugawa Ieyasu, this government's unique Sakoku policy led Japan to shut its doors to the outside world for over 200 years. This isolation allowed Japan to develop independently, cultivating its distinct culture and societal norms. However, as history unfolds, no nation can stand alone forever. The arrival of Westerners in the 16th century marks the end of Japan's isolation. How did the arrival of Europeans change Japan forever? In the 16th century, European missionaries and traders set foot on Japanese soil, bringing with them a world of innovation and change. Notably, the Portuguese introduced firearms, dramatically altering the nature of warfare and power dynamics in Japan. But it wasn't until the Meiji Restoration in the late 19th century that Japan truly embraced Western influence. The samurai class was abolished and the emperor was restored to the throne, marking the end of over 2 centuries of isolation under the Tokugawa Shogunate. Japan's rapid modernization during this period was staggering. Western-style education was introduced, industrialization boomed, and the nation's first railway was built. The Meiji government eagerly adopted Western technology and ideas, reshaping the country's political, social, and economic landscape. Japan's transformation was not without strife, but it was a period of immense growth and change. The Meiji Restoration sets the stage for the turbulent Showa era. How did Japan recover from the devastation of World War II? This question brings us to the Showa era, a time of remarkable transformation. After the war, Japan was occupied by Allied powers who helped shape its new constitution and democratic government. But the real story lies in Japan's astonishing economic recovery. Despite the scars of war, Japan surged forward, driven by a collective determination to rebuild. This era saw the rise of industries like electronics and automobiles, with companies like Sony and Toyota becoming household names worldwide. The government played a significant role, implementing policies that encouraged economic growth and technological innovation. This period of rapid growth, often referred to as the Japanese economic miracle, propelled Japan to the forefront of the global economy. By the end of the Showa era, Japan had become the world's second-largest economy, a testament to its resilience and innovative spirit. From the ashes of war, Japan rises as a global power. What challenges does modern Japan face? With the dawn of the Heisei era in 1989, Japan found itself grappling with a multitude of contemporary issues. A prominent hurdle was the economic stagnation known as the Lost Decade. This period of prolonged recession tested the resilience of the Japanese economy as businesses folded and unemployment rates soared. On top of this, the country was hit by a series of devastating natural disasters, including the Great Hanshin earthquake of 1995, and the Tohoku earthquake and tsunami in 2011. These calamities not only caused immense loss of life and property, but also triggered the Fukushima nuclear disaster. Another significant challenge that emerged during the Heisei era is Japan's rapidly aging population. With a shrinking workforce and increasing social security costs, this demographic shift poses a serious threat to Japan's future economic growth. Despite these challenges, Japan continues to make a significant impact on the world, especially through its pop culture. How has Japanese pop culture influenced the world? It's a question that invites a fascinating exploration. The global impact of anime, manga, and video games is undeniably immense, and it all originates from the land of the rising sun, Japan. These cultural exports have not only become a significant source of entertainment worldwide, but also a unique lens to understand and appreciate Japanese culture and societal norms. But the influence of Japan isn't limited to pop culture alone. In the realm of international relations, Japan has played pivotal roles. It's a major economic power, a key player in global diplomacy, and an active participant in international organizations, contributing to world peace and stability. From forging alliances to navigating conflicts, Japan's diplomatic strategies are as nuanced and intricate as a game of Go. As we have seen, Japan's history is a rich tapestry of culture, conflict, and change. From the Jomon Period to the present day, it continues to evolve and face new challenges head-on. So, What can we take away from our journey through Japan's history? From the ancient Jomon cultures, through the transformative Yayoi and Kofun periods, to the introduction of Buddhism and the rise of samurais, we've seen Japan's rich tapestry unfold. We've witnessed the resilience during the Mongol invasions, the unification under Oda Nobunaga, and the modernization during the Meiji Restoration. We've also seen Japan's influence on global pop culture and its pivotal role in international relations. As we look to the future, it is clear that Japan will continue to play a key role on the world stage, shaped by its past yet always looking forward.